What's going on, guys? It's Thursday night. It's the last night of the first round of the 2020 NNR chase, and I tell you what, you gotta have about 20 of the no-name Cup Series cars on track. Got we got four people being eliminated tonight. We're going to knock it from 16 down to 12. And next week, we're going to be heading on over to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's going to be a lot of fun there. It's going to be a lot of fun tonight. I think tonight's field will be the biggest that we've had this week. We saw the trucks and the Xfinity get it done. Tonight, it's all about the Cup stars trying to lock their way into the round of 12. HD Motorsports should be along here momentarily. The guys are out there. They're qualifying, getting that all knocked out. Figure we'd get in here, get this all set the stage. Don't forget, tonight is a money race. That's right. If you can pick the top three of the race before the end of stage 2, I've got Microsoft Cash for you, courtesy of the one and only driver of the 22 Shell Pennzoil Ford, old J-Pie himself, for all you J-Pie Army guys out there. We had a pretty good turnout last Thursday. I'm hoping for more of the same. Who knows? Maybe if we can get 50 in here, we can give that car away. I'm really hoping so. It'd be really nice. And again, thanks to the one and only Mountain for making that available to everybody out there. So, 20 cars, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Everybody's racing to be the first one to be able to go ahead and kiss those honored bricks, the 1 yard remaining bricks that are left over from when the Speedway was all brick back in like 1909. But this race is mean a lot for some of the guys that are a little bit lower in the standings. Like JCX12 and Coe and a couple others. Unfortunately, Kamal isn't part of it, and I hate that. I really do. I think Kamal is a great guy. Been friends with him a long time, but just not just wasn't feeling the season, I guess. But he's going to do great no matter where he goes. So, Kamal, thank you very much for all the highlight pieces I've got during this season and a half. Bills, thanks for checking in. Part of J-Paw Army. Absolutely good to see you there. Bills, 20 cars on track. It's gonna be a lot of fun. The one HD Motorsports will be along momentarily, but until then, like I said, these guys are qualifying. I'm gonna go ahead and get this on over to our buddies at Madison Rising to get our national anthem in, get it done. Again, they weren't doing a connection test. I'm guessing there's some connection issues with Xbox tonight, so they're all going to be in Discord all together. It's going to be the first time for that in a while. No individual parties, so that should be fun in itself. I have a feeling Coe and Stout Whiskey are going to be doing a little bit of calm down, trying to keep everybody cool. But then again, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is not well known to be, to have a whole lot of contact. So we will just have to see. Bills, I agree with you. It will be I 100% agree and feel that it will be a fuel mileage race. It was in the Xfinity race the other night. But between now and then, please stand and remove your hats. Let's give a big thanks to old Madison Rising. Here we go.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the
Well, there it is again. The one and only Madison Rising got it done for us. Absolutely appreciate it. And I mentioned it earlier. The one and only HD Motorsports is back from the lake. He's got his bass. They're hanging on the wall. All good to go. HD, welcome back. I missed you last week. We got 20 cars on track. Everybody's racing to be the first to kiss those bricks. What do you think, bud? Welcome back.
Ah, thanks, man. I'm glad to be back here calling another NNR race at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I'm kind of sad I missed Stout Whiskey's win last week at Bristol, but I'm glad to be back.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a great race all the way around. A lot of hard racing, but in the end, Stout just had the car. No, nobody had anything for him. He pulled away, no matter if it was off a short caution or off a stage or whatever, whether he started on the inside or started on the outside. Stout had the car. Nobody was able to keep up with him. So yeah, great drive by him. Definitely carry over some bonus points as we head towards next week when we go to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. After that, the one and only Dega. We had a lot of fun there earlier this year. I'm excited to go back.
Oh, without a doubt, man. You know, Las Vegas usually creates some of the best racing mile and a half has to offer. But no, it's all about tonight at Indianapolis. You know, it's going to be a lot of one groove stuff. Now, who's going to be able to get the better run up out of turn 2 or turn 4 down those long straightaways into turns 1 and 3, be able to dive it up underneath, and that's where we're going to see a lot of the passing here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of passing, and also we did see some issues with the draft, the way that it was playing tricks on your car versus what you felt in practice when you're preparing for the week versus having 15 to 20 cars or trucks out there on track when you're going down that straightaway, either the front or the back stretch a whole lot faster than you did during practice. It throws off your marks. It throws off the amount of time you got to get off the gas, get back on it. Of course, the wall comes up very, very quick after turns 2 and 3. Um, and it's do you start high on your preset and hope that you get maybe that quick caution to dial it down a little bit so you've got more grip throughout the race? Or do you start low and work your way up and try to find that right feeling? It's gonna be interesting. I heard some people starting off as high as like 8 and 9 to get around this place. I think that's just ridiculous, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's all about being as loose as you can, right? You know, loose equals being fast, and if you're loose up off the corners, that means you're able to carry more momentum through the turn. That's going to equate to you going faster down these straightaways.
Yeah, but you better be able to hold on to that car coming off those corners where you're really on the gas. You're still pulling left, so you don't smack that corner coming off of 1 and 3. They come up very, very fast. Quite a few people get bitten by that wall. Looks like old Mama Bear's out there saying, "Hey to you and me." Sure, she's got a pick on Rowdy for tonight. Also, Mom Bear, don't forget tonight it's another money race. You can pick your top three before the end of stage 2. I've got some Microsoft cash for you. Very, very nice offering by the one and only J-Pop. Um, but Sal, we saw Rose just a little bit ago finish P3 in the Pro League race. Who do you got for tonight? I mean, who's your dark horse? Actually, you know what? Since we're picking three, who's your top three tonight, sir?
My top 3 is going to be CGMX Rose, because it's Rose and he's extremely fast. I got to go with the Aviator. And then my third pick, man, I'm going to have to go with Rowdy with my third pick.
Ooh, so Rose, the Aviator, and Rowdy. That is a very, very nice lineup. Um, I would have to say Rose, Boehner, and Stout led me on to a little bit of a, a niche that he's got in this car for tonight. I put Stout in my top three as well. Dark, what's happening? but yeah, I think it's going to be phenomenal all the way around. I will have I just mentioned Boehner. I will have his stream up for tonight to kind of guide me along. Looks like qualifying is done. They're back in the lobby. We should get that ever important invite pretty soon, so we can both go ahead and get in here, get it started up. We taking bets on pole, or you just think it's going to be the Rocket Kid again?
Without a doubt, the Rocket Kid. That's gonna be my bet and my go-to. Actually, let me join your
Yeah.
party. Let me get in there. I got an error.
Yeah, that was actually something I mentioned in once I got over here. Every Coey and Stout are going to have their hands full. There are some Xbox issues going on tonight where parties are not working right at all. So all
Really?
20 guys will actually be in Discord. So please pray for Coey and Stout as they've got to try to deal with 20 different characters all in one big party.
Yeah, pray hard.
Hey, Coey, how are you?
Pray hard that we can stay connected. So we're trying to get Natty in. That's why we're having a little bit of delay.
Okay. All right. Well, Coey, since you're here, tell us about your ride tonight. How you feeling? You did really, really well at both road courses that we went to so far. You phenomenal job at the Roval, and you got a second place off a drag race with the Aviator. This track kind of it's flat, pretty interesting corner. How's that old 24 tonight?
24 is actually good. This is another one of the tracks I like. This is one. I think this is the last track I won at. And the only problem I'm having is my shifter does not want to go into the right gears. So I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Is that
so if you see the
something that
24
you
cause a big
recalibrate,
accident,
or?
I tried so many times. I don't know. I go from first to second. When I hit third, it goes back into first.
Ooh.
So I have to
That's
kind
something
of delay it.
that you have to start in the back for, or
Yeah, that's why I didn't qualify. I went.
okay.
I'm going to go in the back. Hopefully this thing stays green. If not, I don't know what's going to happen. But
Yeah, you
I
need.
can tell people if
You
they're
need a lot
behind
of
me, they
points
need
tonight.
to hold up. I know. So it's not the time for having shifter problems.
Yeah.
I went from getting my shifting good with HD's help, and now the darn thing doesn't want to work right.
Well, that's because I tricked you. Well, I told you.
Yeah, you gave
I
me
knew
some
it was
kind of
gonna
crazy
do it.
combination to make it worse. Make it worse later, right?
Yeah, I knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, I figured that'd be something you do to me.
Is it something that
But
you
no.
can unplug from the USB and plug it back in again, or is it? Are you
I tried
pretty
all that. I tried all that tech stuff. Plug it in, plug it out, reset it, do all that crap. It just doesn't every once in a while. I don't know. There must be something in the gadget there that's not seeing the separation between first and third.
Gotcha.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Well, I'll definitely be pulling for you. I think the only other guy that you've really got to beat is what JCX. You got to be ahead of him, I think. I know, unfortunately, Kamal is no longer with us, so he's back in points. But who else was your main competition making into the top 12?
I think a Moore's I don't have to worry about.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. See, By the way, God Power said he was going to have a piece for tonight too. So he's going to be gunning for a lot of stage points and trying to get that win. That's about his only chance to make it in tonight. So good luck, Coey.
We're hoping. Yep, radio. The tower's calling me to my car.
All right.
We're getting ready to start. We got Natty in.
All right. Please don't forget our invite.
All right, we will.
All right.
We'll get it.
Thanks, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys, straight from the horse's mouth. He thinks he's got a good piece, but unfortunately, he's having some shifter problems. HD, I don't know. I think when you gave him some help with his shifter, it kind of might have burnt it out on him.
That's because he was going so fast.
Stat sent me a message saying that my Twitch title says Xfinity Series, so I got to go ahead and fix that.
Come on, Pete.
I know. I'm like way behind here.
This ain't your first rodeo.
Right? You'd think it is. I don't even know if it's going to switch on the stream. But hey.
No, well. It will.
It will. Okay, cool.
It will.
All right. So hopefully that updated, and Alpha Mama Bear, Dark Knight. Thank y'all for checking in. Alpha York saying good luck, Coey. We'll have some interesting news about old Alpha York here a little bit later on that we'll have to keep up with. I've actually got a little bit of a video to play at the end of tonight's race, courtesy of the man. So I just got an invite from JPA. Let me see on Banger's stream where they're at. All right, looks like they're loading in. Did you get the invite also, or do you need one, sir?
No, I need one.
Okay. Let me get in here, and there's Stout just invited me as well. All right. And you are showing offline. 1 second. At least I can see
Am I?
my friends list right now. That's
Am I
everything.
offline? I'm online.
Oh, it's telling me you're offline, but it could just be the Xbox issue.
Well, that's got to be Xbox issue. I'm online.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so again, guys, 20 cars on track, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. It is a money race, boys and girls. If you could pick the top three, no matter what finishing order they finish in, I've got some Microsoft cash here for you. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Bot Plays, Alpha York, Mama Bear, Dark Knight, and others are out there in that. Let me know who you got. Pick them out before the end of stage 2. Looks like Rowdy's starting to race with damage on the pole. Oh, it's the Aviator 2 is outside. Jose 720, J-Pa, and Ingalls as your top 5. I'm looking at that one of NNR GP or God Power. He's going to try to get as many points as he can here, HD. You want to take him the rest of the way through the field?
Just trying to wonder how Rowdy got so much damage on his rear end. I mean, I don't see any damage on the front end of that 95 as they come out of turn 2 down the backstretch, but good Lord Almighty, look like someone just ran straight into the back one. That's kind of crazy. I don't think it's his paint scheme. But yeah, where'd you leave off at?
God Power.
I thought I got power.
Yep.
Right behind God Power, you got the 36 car of Boehner, which is going to be in what? 1, 3, 5, 7. P7. P8 is going to be the 00 of Augustus. P9 is going to be the 42 of CGMX Rose. Kind of surprising there. We got the 88 of JRM Dohar rounding out your top.
Yep, that's your top 10. Then we got the 9 of Amore Smoke with the 35 of Dan the Lawn Man. The 2-car Ever-Strong Stout Whiskey, last week's Bristol winner. JCX12 rocking those 3 colors now. NNR Outlaw in the 40 Bass Pro Shop with the 37 of Pro Viper to his outside. The 8-car Cat Car of Smitty with the 24 of your fearless leader, the guy with some shifter problems. I have to keep an eye on Coey as the night goes on. He dropped all the way to the back. 38 of Mountain right behind him. Then the 4 of Natty Dread. And HD, I'm back up front with the ever-strong, ever-rowdy. 18's going to be taking his green with the 48 of the Aviator right to his outside. Here's the bricks, and we're going.
Yeah, green flags in the air as they come down in a turn run. Rowdy in a new ride since I started calling, since I missed last week. He's actually back in his 18 car. He's got the early lead. The 48 of the Aviator is going to fall right behind him. Jose 720 and at 95 running strong P3.
Yeah, Jose 720 right there, P3 with the 22 of J-Pa. I mentioned Bill's Legend was out there. Bill's is really hoping to have a very, very strong run next week. He wants to try to get up in the booth to talk to me and whoever decides to join me on Sunday night. But yeah, right now your top 4 all nose to tail. We saw a lot of this in the Xfinity and the truck race. But behind them, HD, it is a gaggle. It is your Hornet's Nest, led by the 36 with the 1 of God Power, giving them a push all the way back down this front stretch.
And on the outside of these guys, we got the 11 of Ingalls and the 42 of CGMX Rose. They're going to fall back in line. Rose with a nice little crossover coming into turn 2. Getting ready to come down the back stretch. Rose able to clear the 11 Ingalls up off the corner.
Yeah, he's able to clear him, and so now you got a front pack of 4. You've got a pack of 4 trying to break away from the rear pack, and then that rear pack, again, your your hornet's nest. So Fatless Dig out there in chat saying it is a big race. Fatless, it is absolutely a huge race. The points in the middle are very, very tight. Coey's trying to get to the top 12 right along with God Power and JCX12. The guys that are in front of them trying to keep them out as you continuously see the points scroll on the bottom of the stream. But we can't forget we skipped right over that 36 of Boehner with the one right behind him. Boehner had a very strong car in the Xfinity race, fell a little short due to some traffic, and that allowed Asbel to make his way on by and take that win. But Boehner right now is sitting P4 in your overall standings, I believe. But yeah, looking pretty strong so far. Again, behind the 22 and in front of the 1. Behind the 1, you got the 42. We're still plugging away, HD, all green.
Yeah, and up ahead of these guys, just in front of JCX12, you got the 88 of Dohar, I think actually playing a little bit of a fuel strategy game. He let the guy go right on by him. He fell in line. That's going to be the 9 car of a more smoke. Maybe he knows he's a little better, or maybe he's trying to play the fuel strategy he is well known for.
Yeah, I tell you, fuel strategy came into play definitely in the Xfinity race. It was very much a part of it. Most people were like 2 laps shy. Some people had to come down at the last second. Those with the shifters were able to go that extra lap and a half in order to get it done without having it. And that could be what wins it tonight. We'll have to see.
How many laps is it?
It is 80 laps, I believe, tonight. Fatless Dig, I tell you what, you are the man. Fatless just gifted a sub to everybody in the community that's following this along with this channel right now. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you. You're awesome. Man. Where to go, HD? Where to go? These guys are phenomenal. But working our way through, they're really getting spread out further and further. I see Dohar. I see the 9 of Amore Smoke. I see the 11 of Ingalls. They're very much spread out, but the entire pack is all right here. I mean, nobody's really stretched it out per se. They're able to keep kind of nose to tail and keep things going.
Man, look at this. You got bot plays and Fatless Dig out here gifting subs.
That is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, I tell you, this that's why I don't call these guys a league. These guys really are a community. They reach out, they follow, they give, not only subbing to the channel and helping out anyone else that's watching stream right now, but if you need a hander for races or anything like that, they're always willing to help out. These guys are phenomenal. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, HD. And I'm glad. I still extremely appreciate you for allowing me to tag along for the latter half of last year, and then, unfortunately, due to some technical issues that you've had, I've been able to get in here, and you've kind of mentored me and helped me with a bunch of setup settings and my screens and whatnot. So, man, don't ever think that I don't appreciate you, because you'd be grossly mistaken.
Ah, without a doubt, man. It's been good to have you along, even back towards the end of last year, see you grow as an announcer, man. It's been great. You do an excellent job. I mean, I know how much work it is personally. It is a ton of work that goes on behind the scenes to try to put on the broadcast that Pete does. A lot of guys don't realize it, but I know without doubt you definitely put over an hour into every single broadcast, and to see it all come together is definitely great.
Yeah, I enjoy every bit of it. I told a few people quite a ways back, and I repeat it, whenever. But when or if I ever get that first check from Twitch, I'm not keeping any of that money myself. They don't cut you a check until after you've reached $100. once I get that $100, I'm going to NASCAR.com, or I'm going to NNRLeague.com, and I'm going to order stuff from Zazzle or NASCAR. Maybe I'll get some koozies or lanyards or something like that, and it's going all right back out into the stream. I don't do this for the money. It's all about NNR. I love being here, and this is where I'm going to stay.
No, NNR, I mean, without a doubt, like you said, you just said it a minute ago, it's not a league, it's a community. A lot of these guys have met each other in real life. Hell, I've met some of these guys in real life down at Charlotte. I've met you down in Charlotte, that's a great time. We had a lot of good times. Some of us shared beers together, had a lot of laughs. So nothing but love for everybody here in NNR. And getting back to the race action, man, the 48 car, the Aviator, was actually able to get by Rowdy, who still has got that rear end damage, but those two were able to separate themselves just a bit from your third place car, which is going to be Jose 720, fresh off of that NASCAR Heat Pro League race about an hour ago.
Yeah, somebody was actually just mentioning a little ago here in chat that it's actually the paint scheme that Rowdy's running. It's not actually damaged.
Oh.
So I wonder, that paint scheme being the way that it is, obviously it affected the model. I wonder if, it adds, as you used to say anytime old Deeds was in here, does it add plus 5 horsepower?
That thing looks bent, man. It looks really bent. Like, it does not look like it's part of the paint scheme. I thought he really got rear-ended.
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, Alpha York said it's the paint scheme. That is actually really, really cool. So, man, way to for Heat 4 to keep bringing more and more things in. Just like earlier in the season, I think it was you, or it might have been Stout, that picked Buddy because they had confetti on the car or truck already. So I guess it's kind of the same thing. I think it was you. And
yeah, it was me.
Yeah. So see, memory like a steel sieve. But yeah, so they were able to put confetti on that one truck. I guess they can crunch in the back end of this Toyota. Who wants to see the Skittles anyway? But man, 48 up front, 18 of Rowdy in P2. Behind him is gonna be the 95, as you said, of Jose 720. Behind Jose, I believe that's.
It's 36 car Boehner.
Yep, Boehner. So Boehner having another really.
And something happened to Rowdy because he's going extremely slow down the backstretch. He's going to lose 3 positions in a matter of one straightaway. I think he does got a real dent on the right side of his car. So if I'm not mistaken, he probably got into the outside wall.
Yeah, I would imagine so, and that's definitely going to allow the 48 of the Aviator to get away. Aviator coming into tonight's race is actually, I believe, your points leader by like a very, very slim margin over CGMX Rose, and then Stout Whiskey took over P3 in points with Boehner, and then Rowdy, Dan the Lawman, Dohar, More Smoke, Augustus. I mean, I think I actually just let it go in order. But yeah, Aviator, smooth sailing, no issues. Looks like he's signaling right now that he's going to be taking it down pit road this time. So more than likely cutting the segment right in half. I'll go ahead and pull up the stream of Boehner. Kind of see how many laps. Yep, we're on lap 13 of 24. So HD cutting it right down the middle. So whether you need the gas and tires or not, it makes perfect sense to bring it down pit road. Grab 4 brand new Mr. Feelgoods, load it up with Sunoco race fuel, and get out there on those new tires. Get the fastest laps you can. Don't let anybody make up any time on you is probably the thought process that Aviator's going in with. And pretty good call by the guy.
That's a pretty good call, and everybody's going to be coming down with them. And really, a 36 car Boehner and everybody else was able to close a lot of ground to that 48 car of the Aviator, as I think we got an early retiree up here at the end of pit road. Try and see who it is. I think it's going to be the 4 car.
Yeah, Natty Dread was having some issues with his connection earlier. That's actually.
Oh no, he's off. He's off.
All right, good. Cool. Yeah, he had to restart his Xbox like 3 times in order to get connected. That was one of the reasons that Coey jumped into the pre-race with us. But yeah, we'll have to see how Natty does on his way out. but it looks like all the cars are just now coming off pit road. Still got that pit road lag. I wish they'd get rid of that, but
Yeah. Every car that just went on pit road came out with front end damage.
oh
Oh my
man,
god.
it's a good thing they didn't have that problem at the Pro League at that road course. Otherwise, it could have been pretty bad. But you know,
How about that Pro League race, man? You know, Daniel Buttafuoco, man, he just ran away with that thing.
almost 30 seconds over garbage, about 30 seconds over the one and only CGMX Rose. But it seems like once they went into the pits and they came out, he was just flat gone. But yeah, hats off to Lucky Dog, old Bolt. If you still remember him from last year, the guys are out there. I know that you remember him, but man, yeah, great run by the guy.
No, without a doubt, man. Congratulations. Hard work definitely pays off, and it's paying off without a doubt, I should say.
Yeah.
Getting out here to the race action, still your race leader is going to be that 48 car of the Aviator. Here is Dohar actually coming off of pit road right now, so he's able to stretch the field. It looks like one lap farther than anybody else.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that now. I mean, you're really not going to get much of an advantage, although it could be less fuel that he'd have to take at the start of stage 2. That could be where he's going with that. Only Dohar knows. But just talking about stage 2 there, Stout, don't forget everybody out there in chat, please get your pick in on who you think will be the top 3 at the end of this race. It doesn't have to be in any order. If you pick Rose, Dohar, and Coey, and they finish 1, 2, 3 like that, perfect. If it's just the opposite, perfect. Or if it's second, third, first, 3, 1, 2, whatever, it doesn't matter. If you put out 3 drivers and those 3 drivers are your top 3, those are the 3 that HD and I are talking to later on in post race. I've got some Microsoft cash for you. So send it out, tweet it out. You got some buddies on Xbox right now. Say, hey, come and watch these NNR guys at Indy. They're racing all green, 20 cars on track. They're halfway through stage 1. Oh, by the way, you might win some Microsoft cash. So yeah, hook it up, guys. Still going through, caught up with the 22 of J-Pa. I believe he's still inside the top 5 or maybe just out of it. He's got the 9 right behind him, and he's got the 11 of Ingals right in front. J-Pa looks at a pretty good piece for tonight, though.
Yeah, J-Pa is looking good, running just inside the top 10. So that's a good, strong running for him. Now, what about who's on the bubble, Pete? Who's on the bubble of making it the next round? I do know this is the last race of the round. Who is that bubble driver?
The bubble is Coey, was Kamal. It's the one car, God Power. And then the last one is
More?
JCX12.
No, JCX12.
Yeah. Yep. So JC's need to have a really good race. The only way God Power is going to do it is with a win and some serious stage points. But other than that, Coey, I think, was like 6 points out, give or take. But man, it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. Right now, I'm on the 36 of Boehner, and he is giving the 48 of the Aviator a mirror full of this 36 all the way down this front stretch. I saw people during the Xfinity and the truck race come back from about 3/4 of a second. There we go. A second, all the way to the back bumper just with this draft. And then you got to figure out where you got to let off to be able to make these really sharp corners and get back on the gas again without nailing that outside wall coming off. They are very, very tight. But Boehner's still all over the back of this 48. He seems pretty content just pushing him for now. No real threat. Just saying, hey, maybe let's scoot away, race it out amongst ourselves for max stage points in the first stage. Let's let third and fourth, everybody else back there, let's just dust them. And
I think that's exactly what he's doing. Nope, I thought he was going to look low there at a turn 4. down the front stretch. But no, that's exactly what Boehner is doing. He's trying to push the Aviator. He's trying to create the gap. Now, CJMX Rose is back there about 7 car lengths back as they come through turns 1 and 2. Actually, coming through turns 1, about to come through turns 2 right now. That's a little pause right there. Nice little straightaway. But they're coming up on a lapped down car that's going to get out of the way and down the backstretch. And that is going to be the 4-car Natty Dread going to the grass.
Yeah, Natty got out of the way, let the leaders go on by, didn't get into their race at all. Knows that they're racing hard, but I tell you what, that 42 is hunting. He's got to have the draft of the 36 of Boehner by now. If the 4 can get up to his bumper, he might be able to help him. But Natty definitely looks like he's struggling a little bit.
And watching this 36 car running behind the 48 car of the Aviator, I think he's definitely a little bit better as you see him push the Aviator down through the corner. Now here he is looking low through turns 1 and 2. He thought better of it. Yet again, he's trying to push him. But the draft effect, like you mentioned earlier, look at this good run he gets out of turn 2. He could easily take it here down the backstretch and clear him into turns 3. But he just thinks better of it. But that gap between them and CJMX Rose is definitely growing because it is well over 10 car lengths now.
Yeah, I mean, these two pushing together are, miles faster than the 42 is going to be by himself. Rock NASCAR saying, keep digging, everyone. Rock, good to see you, sir. Thank you very much for joining. Guys, if you don't know already, Rock NASCAR created a brand new community page that is bias, for the most part, free. Him up. It's a great channel. Everybody's welcome. Nobody gets talked down to. He's managing it very, very well. Look him up. It's definitely a great new community link. I'm a part of it. A lot of the guys in NNR are part of it. It'll definitely be worth your time. Rock fully supports all the leagues that he possibly can. Your guys clearly overworking himself, but HD, here it is. We thought what was going to happen. The 36 under the 48. He was just biding his time. New leader, Boehner to the point, 48 right behind, and we'll have to see if that allows the 42 to catch up anymore, because they now have a little bit of separation between them.
Yeah, laps are winding down here in stage 1, so the 36 car Boehner said, yep, it's my time to go. He's got about a 2 car length lead in the middle of turns 1 and 2. CJMX Rose back there at turn 3 was able to close the gap just a bit. He's now about 10 car lengths back from P2, but here comes the Aviator down the backstretch, pulling that draft. He might try and do something at a turn 4 with it.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I think this, depending on how much of a time difference there is for the 36 and his stream, this could be the last lap, or once they get to the line, there will be one more to go. So they're either coming off 4 for the last time for stage 1, or there will be one more lap remaining. And
one more.
They are still going. So this is the last lap, ladies and gents. This is why you see the 36 trying to break the draft away from the Aviator. He doesn't want him to be able to do the same thing that the 36 has been doing for the last 10 laps. So here it is, mano a mano, first, second, third, not too far away. Boehner still trying to break that draft, but the Aviator is not playing any games. He's right there with him. HD going into 3 and 4.
As they come in turns 3 and 4, the 48 car, the Aviator was able to close the gap, but he washes up out of turn 3, coming out of turn 4. Can he build up enough momentum off of turn 4? Down the front stretch, he will not be able to get there. Stage 1 winner will be the 36 car of Boehner at the line.
Good job, Boehner. Way to get it done. As Rock NASCAR would say, way to keep digging. Aviator P2, we know the 42 was in P3, so great run by those 3. And we're going to be setting up the first part of stage 2. Guys, I talked about following NNR. Let's take a quick commercial break. Check this out, and we'll catch you on the other side. Promise.
Hey NNR fans, don't miss any of the action by following or subscribing to Repeat's Twitch channel. Turn on notifications and you'll always know when the best preset league on Xbox hits the track. Check out his YouTube channel too to see all of NNR's past races. Follow No Name Racing as well as Repeat 1975 and others on Twitter, and you'll never miss any of the action.
All right, as I said, anytime we go to caution or we take a stage break, stage commercial for HDNI, it's a crack something cold. You don't miss a thing, and here they are. They're setting up the same way they just finished. 36 of Boehner on the point, the 48 of the Aviator to the outside, 42 of CGMX Rose, and P4, I believe, is going to be Jose 720, throwing me off a little bit with those Toyota Procore colors.
Yeah, Jose is really having a good run here tonight. He's been running inside the top 5 all night long, but look there towards the back, middle of the pack is the 48 Cody Aviator is going to slap the outside wall. That's going to check up a bunch of people, and the big one down the backstretch. Caution is out.
Yeah, I look backwards from the 42 of CGMX Rose, and there were cars flipping coming off the that last corner. So that little bit of an oops caused a lot of damage in the back. Hopefully none of the chase contenders or the people that really need these points that were in the back got too much damage. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that was that definitely looked pretty bad for these guys in the back. Just caught up with Dohar, and I see the 37 in front of him. Don't see any damage on those cars. The more smoke looks good. Dan, the lawn man, though, unfortunately, his hood is crunched up. It looks like the 18 of Rowdy's back there right along with another. So we'll have to see. But let's get back up front with looking from the 48's viewpoint. The 11 to his inside. The 9 in P5. Front 2 still 36 and the 42.
Yeah, 36 and the 42 trying to get to the front of the pack. There's Rose. He's going to foul behind the 36 car Boehner. The 11 of Ingalls working his way up the P3. 48 Aviator back to P4 after smashing the outside wall. Luckily, he's able to still stay in the top 5 behind the Aviator. Looks to be that 9 car of Amore Smoke, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, 9 car of Amore Smoke started P5. Looks like he's pretty solid right there with J-Paw actually looking underneath. A little bit of contact between the 11 and the 42. So teammates, a little bit of an issue there, but able to sort it out. That moves the Aviator back up to P2 again. 36 running down low, trying to keep the 48 from grabbing his draft, but that 48 has tons of help behind him, all nose to tail. 48, 42, 11, 22, 95. They're all pushing down these long straightaways. God, look at these guys. They are digging so hard, HD. I mean, it looks like Ingles got a little loose. Not too bad, though. Able to grab back a hold of it. In front of the 95, just caught up with the 1 of God Power. Again, God Power needs a solid finish tonight if he has any hope of being able to make it into the round of 12 when we head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway next week. As you mentioned, it's one of the tracks that has quite a bit of the best racing. After that is Dega, big old crapshoot, and then I believe it's the Mid-Ohio race that we just saw in the Pro League, and then Richmond. So the next 4 races are going to be key to make it past into the round of 8. If anybody still has a hope after that, we're going to keep them up, keep up with the standings, keep up with who your main drivers are, see if Aviator's going to be able to repeat as the series champion. Right now, he's in pretty good position, HD.
Well, I tell you, man, after the 36 car Boehner got his first victory here in NNR, the guy's just been pretty much unstoppable. I mean, he's always up front. He's always out here leading laps. It's almost like the roles reversed. You know, the first half of the season was the 42 car of CGMX Rose. He was kind of winning everything. He was the guy to look at. You know, you're always calling his name. But as of here lately, man, 36 car Boehner's really been putting on the show.
Yeah, 36 of Boehner and some of his, they'll call him they call themselves Rook Racing. They've really been putting on a show. They've pretty much been winning everything that they can between the truck and Xfinity, and as you said, Boehner has really turned it on here in the Cup Series over the last few weeks. He's got, I believe, 3 wins now on the year, where he was at first just trying to win 1. But yeah, the man has been extremely strong. And I thought we had a caution out. The 11 looked like he was going through the corner kind of slow there, but we are still green. Don't forget, guys, I'll grab us a lap count, but this is stage 2. By the end of this stage, you need to have a, you've got to have a pick in as to who you believe are going to be your top 3 by the end of this stage. So who's going to win it? Who's coming in second? Who's coming in third? They don't have to be in order. It could be any 3 drivers you believe will be in the top 3. You've got 15 laps left to make your pick. Again, if nobody picks the right 3, I've got that Microsoft Cash that's going to roll over to next week's race. So instead of just one amount, it's going to double up. You'll have that to shoot for when we go to Vegas. But yeah, guys, get your picks in. Need to know. 15 to go, coming to the 14 line.
And come at
You
it.
want some Microsoft Cash?
I want some Microsoft. I'll take any kind of cash. You got a debit card, you got a credit card, you got cold hard cash. You just send it my way. I'm happy with anything. It could be a buck. I don't care. A buck is a buck.
Yeah. There's a joke that goes with that, but okay. Just saw some issues right around the 1 of God Power. I believe it was the 40 of Outlaw kind of got force pit. That's going to be some bad news for the driver of the 40 car, but some pretty good news for the driver of the 1. He was able to keep on. It looks like the 18 of Rowdy's going to try to sneak under him, but here comes the 1 with a crossover. So the 1 and the 18 doing a little bit of a battle here. Still side by side, coming off 4. 18's going to be able to get the gas down along the outside. So put those 2 back the way they were earlier with the 38 of the Mountain. Very, very close in tow. Good to see him having a strong run so far tonight as well.
Yeah, Rowdy actually started up on the pole position, so he has the speed. He just got caught up in a strange situation off that last restart. He got punted to the outside, lost a ton of ground. Now he's back here, and I don't think he's going to be able to catch that pack up in front of him. So he's got to play the strategy right here, try and gain some time once they get going in this last stage.
Yeah, it's, 14 coming to 13 to go. These guys are battling hard. Again, on with this 1, a guy that I told him earlier I was not going to pick him. I wasn't going to follow him much on the camera. Every time I do, he feels jinxed. And so, the less he knows, the better. But he's having a pretty good run. He just needs to pick up as many points as he can to work his way into the chase. Where he's at right now, he's still, I believe, behind the 24 of Coe, who is having some shifter problems. But yeah, he's got to keep digging, and who better to follow through this field if you can push him all the way around is that 18 of Rowdy. We know he's got a fast car, so let's see if we can get it done.
Yeah, getting back up to the front, you got the 36 car, the Boehner. He's got about a huge lead. The 11 car of Ingles sitting in P2. He's got quite a bit of a gap between him and third place. Well, third place is going to be that 48 car of the Aviator. And behind Aviator, he's got one of the fastest guys out on the track, the 42 car of CGMX Rhodes, as they go down the front stretch into turns 1 and 2, pushing them along. That gap is quickly closing between third and second.
Yeah, third and second, and I actually just caught up with Boehner. He just exited the pits here just a little bit ago. So again, just same as in stage 1, splitting it right down the middle. Get in there before your tires are completely worn. As
Pit stop happening.
You got it. Yep. CGMX Rose just kind of signaled that he's going to be taking that 42 Credit One machine down pit road this time by. Grab everything he needs to get back out as quickly as he can. keep pushing that 48, see how much time they can make up. But here they come, trying to woe it up down to, I believe, about 45 mile an hour here at IMS. So that's a long trip down this long straightaway, HD.
Interesting call, man. You know, I think what you saw CGMX Rose was going down pit road. If I was that 48 car, the Aviator, and I knew he was helping me draft up to the leaders to second place, I'd have went down with him. And there's a bunch of cars down pit road as well. So be interesting to see how the strategy play works out for the 48 car, the Aviator, as things cycle through.
Yeah, I'm trying to catch up with the 48 right now. There's the 37 of Vipers. Smitty and Dohar were having a pretty good battle just a second ago. There's Coey in the mountain. The 4 Bush Beer of Natty Dread. There's Rowdy. There's the Aviator. All right, so the Aviator, yep, taking it down pit road right now. I think he might have stayed out a little too long, gave up a little bit too much time. Boehner looked like he was first down pit road, so he's going to have the newest rubber to extend that lead a little bit more. I think he's going to be right back in P1, but there is a gaggle of cars on pit road right now.
Yeah, Boehner's out of turn 2 down a backstretch. There's that 11 car of Ingalls still sitting in P2, sitting in P3. Well, once things cycle through, they haven't cycled through all the way, but it's going to be the 9 car of More Smoke actually working his way up through the pack with a strategy call. We'll see what happens when these guys come out of pit road, the second group that went down.
Yep, I caught up with Amore. He's got the 42 of Rose right behind him, then the 22 of J-Paw, the 95, and then the 2 car, Old Stout Whiskey, starting to make a little bit of noise, working his way up inside the top 10. He started in the top 10, but I think he was got caught up or was affected by the aftermath of that caution about 15 laps ago. But as things settle back out and most of the cars have pitted, looking at Boehner's stream right now, Dohar is in the lead with about 43 seconds over Boehner. Behind Boehner, you have Ingalls, the Aviator, and CGMX Rose. Again, HD, the cream always rises to the top.
Oh, it always does, yep. And you see where the 9 car of More Smoke, he really wasn't up in that top 5 all night long, but here he is just out of nowhere working his way up there. Is that 2 car of Stout Whiskey like you just mentioned, but as everything cycles through, looks like the 48 car of the Aviator still going to come out in P3.
Aviator, right? Yeah, he's definitely in the top 5. I think last night I looked at Boehner's stream, he was in 4th, and Ingalls was in front of him. So it was Dohar because he hasn't pit yet, Boehner, Ingalls, Aviator, and Rose. So once Dohar pits, yeah, you're right, he'll be right back in P3. I'll actually have to grab a lap count here.
Yeah, not Dohar. I tell you. Always playing some crazy stuff. Not Dohar.
The man takes advantage of his equipment at every possible scenario, and you can't blame him. They've got 8 laps to go. I don't think he can go 8 laps on what he's got left. I believe he's going to have to pit, maybe hoping for a caution, people cycling in, cycling out. Maybe somebody gets loose on the access road or something like that, but these guys, they're a little too good for that, I think, and they are very spread out. So I think Dohar, while trying it, he's pretty good on points. Really nothing to lose for the 88. He's going to be on to the next round when we go to Vegas to start the round of 12. So, hey, why not try to steal a win and kiss those bricks later on?
Time I've seen someone do this, but the 11 of Ingalls literally just pulled over and let the 48 car of the Aviator go by. As you look down pit road, actually, there is that 88 of Dohar. He's coming off of pit road right now.
Yep, so that's going to cycle everything around. It'll be Boehner, Aviator, Ingalls, Rose, and once they work their way on by Dohar, let's see, P5. P5 will be, as you said, a More Smoke. So that 9 car has worked his way into the top 5 after not qualifying all that great. And yeah, here he sits. Aviator's behind Boehner by about 2.5 seconds. Ingalls right with the 48. Rose about a second behind those two, and then a More Smoke about another half second behind the 42. So, yeah, right now, pretty strong top 5.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's all pretty much said and done for the 36. Well, no, 4 car right behind him's a lap down. So yeah, 36 pretty much has got this thing in the books, even with about, what, 6 laps to go. These guys get hooked up in second place. I just don't think they have enough time to chase them down. This guy's been in cruise control all night long.
Yeah, this 36, besides the time where he was pushing the 48 around, he really, once he wanted to pass the 48, he was able to get it done, and nobody has had anything for this 36 since then. He was up front for the drop of the green when we started stage 2, and he's still up there. So they've got, once he comes to the line, it'll be 4 laps remaining here in stage 2. Again, guys, one more chance. Get your picks in. Who do you think are going to be the top 3 come the end? Who are HD and I going to be talking to in the booth when it's all said and done? They're going to come talk to us, and right after that, go down, finish up their burnout, do the whole kissing the bricks thing, and we're going to try to give away some Microsoft cash, but you got to have your top 3 in. Again, it doesn't have to be the winner followed by second and third. Any combination of the top 3, I guess that's the best way to put it, could win you some cash.
Can I tell you the top 3 when the race is done?
Absolutely. When we're getting ready to talk to them, be my guest.
Do I get the money?
No.
Oh,
Just like
that's no
Mike
problem.
Joy and Jeff Gordon, we are not eligible.
What? Oh, let me back out real quick. Go chat.
There you go. There you go. Let's see. Just caught up with Dohart. Yeah, I don't think he fell too far out of that. I'm sorry, that was the 9 of a More Smoke. But yeah, coming down, I believe that was 3 to go. Aviator's actually starting to make up a little bit of time. He's now just about 2 seconds flat behind the 36. So he's got a little bit of help. There's the 2 car, Stout Whiskey, giving the 8 car a bit of a shove with the Ingalls right behind him, as well as the 8. So you got lap cars mixed in with lead lap cars, trying to make up the best time they can, getting in and through these corners as best they can. And there's action almost everywhere around this track here, but
I don't see any action. Oh, here goes, I guess, the 42 car. CGMX Rose down low underneath the 11 of Ingalls in turn 1. Able to make that pass with ease. So move Rose up +1. Move him to P3. P2 is going to be the 48 car. The Aviator all the way back to P4 now is going to be the 11 of Ingalls.
you got it. Ingalls and then a More Smoke. Moore's able to hold on to that P5 spot, just about exactly 4 seconds behind our current leader, Boehner. So Boehner went on and won stage 1. He looks like, as of right now, he's going to have stage 2 on lock as well. Coming through 3 and 4 here with the 11 of Ingalls. Looking at Boehner when he comes on by, I believe this there will be 1, maybe 2 to go. We'll have to see when he goes zipping on by these famous bricks. And let's see, 1 lap remaining, brought to you by HD Motorsports. Let's find this 36 here. There we go.
Yeah, 36 cars up there, but I think the battle really, Pete, is going to be for second place because CGMX Rose is all over the bumper of the Aviator. Aviator circling, sweeping down the backstretch, trying to break the draft as they come through turns 3.
Yeah, coming through 3, 42 looking down low, 48 kind of blocking that run he should have off the high side. Again, 42 is going to be able to break a little early, maybe get a grunt. 48 down low. Oh, hold on to it. Woo, good job not to get force pit. That's the downside of starting on a loose preset, but there you go. There's your top 3, 36 of Boehner, 48 of the Aviator, 42 of CGMX Rose, hashtag Young Gun, the 11 of Ingalls, and the 9 car of More Smoke. So great job, great top 5. So one more time, guys, let's take a quick commercial break. I've got one more here, and yeah, let's go to nnrleague.com. What do you think? Check out these new keychains.
Hey NNR fans, are you looking for a way to rep your favorite NASCAR Heat preset league on Xbox Live? Look no further. Just go to nnrleague.com, scroll down to the Zazzle tab, and see what we have to offer. From t-shirts to hoodies to clocks, we have everything you need to show your support. Thanks for being the best fans, and we hope to see you at the track repping that NNR red.
All right, as always, again and again and again, you don't miss anything anytime we take a commercial break. But here they come to the line. It looks like you got the 36 and the 3 of JCX12 up front. Not sure if he forgot the pit. HD, it's your Wounded Gazelle. He's going to drop to the back. Looks like he's not going to cause any issues. He might have forgot to hit that double A, but that's going to allow the 36 a little bit of wiggle room as they're side by side behind him.
Yeah, side by side behind him, the 36 car of Boehner able to get out to the race lead, but here we are. We got a battle for second place. The 48 car, the Aviator, the green one on the inside, the 42 of CGMX Rose on the outside, looking to make a power move up off of turn 4, down the front stretch. Contact between the 48 and the 11 of Ingles. Here comes the 9 of Amore Smoke.
Oh, 9 of More Smoke kind of gave a little bit of a shot to the 48. That kind of bounced the 11 off the 48 when he got a little loose, but moved that 9 up one spot. He's going to try giving that 48 a shove all the way around this track now. But first through fourth, 42 made a little bit of contact with the wall. Let's move the 48 up to P2 and then 9 to P3, followed by that 42 and then 95 of Jose 720. I tell you what, HD, I think these Pro League races are really doing a number for Jose. He's getting better and better and better every single week. Again, People's Champ. He's doing a phenomenal job. Yes, Killer, the stage votes are done. That was the end of stage 2 that you just saw Boehner complete. So all picks are in, all picks are locked. Master Killer, if you don't mind, kind of keeping an eye on those picks for me and see, just like you did last Thursday, who can see if anybody's got the right top 3. But see, stay finessed out there. Fatless Dig still there. Let's see, again, Master Killer and a few others. Good to see everybody. Guys, again, don't forget, this is the NNR Cup Series live at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This is the last race in the first round of the 2020 chase. The 48 of the Aviator has a very, very slim points lead going into this last race, trying to hold on to everything when we kick off the first race of the second round next week at Las Vegas. But we're still keeping an eye here. Want to know who's going to be your top 3. Are we giving away a Microsoft card tonight? HD, man, these guys are digging at the end of the stage 3. I think everybody might have finally got in their full setup.
I mean, my bank account's open if you want to give me that Microsoft card. You could definitely give away one tonight if you want to, but we got a new race leader here out on the track. It's going to be the 48 car, the Aviator, on the outside for a P2. We'll call it a power move yet again. That's going to be the 9 car of Amore Smoke. The 36 of Boehner is dropping like a rock. He's got major problems.
Yeah, Boehner must have loaded or did something wrong with his setup, because he is not as strong as he's been. He's not pulling away from this field. In fact, with the 48 up there, the 9 right in tow, the 95 right behind him, then the 42, then the 88 of Dohar up here in the top 5, all keeping very, very close tabs. And yeah, nobody's getting away this time.
It was either he's got major problems, Pete, or he's going to play a field strategy game. Maybe he dropped back. He wants to be in the draft, and he's just going to cruise right there around 10th place Meanwhile, out front, the Aviator is going to use up all the fuel he can, break the draft for the guys behind them. But the only thing, Pete, is, man, it's hard to save laps here at Indianapolis. It's just so big of a track. You know, at most, you might be able to save one lap.
Yeah. The most I've seen out of anybody this week was a lap, like you said, maybe a lap and a half. But I mean, when Asbel does things like that, I don't know how. I asked him the other night in a party after the race. I said, "Man, what is your kryptonite? Where are you good at?" And he said, "Pete, I'm horrible at Martinsville." And that was it. I said, "Man, anywhere else?" He says, "No, I'm golden anywhere else." I said, "So when we get into the second round of the chase next week, you saying that you're going to have a shot to win all four?" He said, "Yes, I will." So, man, shots fired. But you know what? That guy puts his money where his mouth is every single week. Just like Boehner, just like Rose, just like the Aviator. 13 of Rowdy. I mean, more smoke. You can't forget him. So yeah, these guys they put on a great show every week. They're all here to win. Only one's going to be able to get it done tonight to kiss these bricks. You know, one of the crown jewel races of NASCAR. But man, I'm excited about this. You know, coming to the middle of the chase, I guess you could say, and seeing how the points play out, because we're going 16 to 12, 12 to 8, and then we are literally cutting it right in half. 8 down to 4, and those are going to be the 4 people vying for a championship at Atlanta Motor Speedway the week after we race Martinsville, I believe. So, man, it's going to be a lot of fun in HD. I am absolutely glad that you're here with me for the ride, man.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. As we get to the race and up towards the front, the 9 car of More Smoke able to close the gap. Peaking low in the middle of turns 1 and 2, up off of turn 2. We'll see if he tries and builds up a huge run down the back stretch. He's going to fall right in line, trying to separate a little bit between him and third place. And third place is actually going to be the 88 car of Dohar.
Yeah, Dohar had a pretty solid, I think, top 5 in the Pro League race tonight at Mid-Ohio. I believe that's where they were. And here he is. You know, this place kind of races like a road course. That was something I mentioned to Coey, and he did really well at the Roval and Watkins Glen. You know, he had that really strong finish drag race between him and the 48 behind Boehner as they got that done at the Glen. And yeah, these kind of, I don't know. There's something about this place that makes me think road course. I don't know why. I know they got a killer road course inside this rectangular oval, but yeah, I like this place. Always have.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of fuel strategy going on. Rose is literally pulled over, and he's going to let about 4 to 5 cars go on by him. So fuel strategy is going to be huge here in the final stage with guys like you saw the 36 car of Boehner pull over very early on in the final stage. He dropped back to around 10th place. Rose doing it right now leads me to believe fuel strategy is huge.
Yeah, next time Boehner comes on by the start stripe, I'll grab us a lap count. And if we're thinking they were doing, you know, 13 to 15 laps, maybe 16 on a tank earlier, they've got, I missed it. I'm not sure if that said 39 or 19. It might have been 19 laps.
It should be 19. Yeah, it should be 19.
Yep. But yeah, if we're in the high teens, I expect everybody to maybe try to stretch this out to about 15 to go, and it'll be game on. So we'll have to see. But right now, Boehner, he's actually all the way back behind JCX12, and JC is in 19th. I don't think they've lapped him. I just think
the only car that's
Boehner's
been lapped
having
tonight's
some
has been the 9 car of the 4 car of Natty. That's the only car that's been lapped here tonight. He's either got issues. Is he one of those guys that got a shifter?
He does. Yep. And
I think he's saving.
Yep. His menu says he's got 4 laps remaining.
I think he's saving.
Well, let's see. Going into 1 and 2, he's full throttle all the way down this back stretch. I'll kind of keep an eye on him to see if he's throwing it into neutral, see if his RPMs drop. He's catching up now to the two of he's absolutely dropping the RPM. He's all the way down to like 1,000, 1,500. Then he jams it back in gear.
Yeah,
So he
here
is
comes
absolutely
Dohar.
saving.
Yep, Dohar's doing the same thing down our front stretch here. He's going to allow the 95 and the 3-car JCX12 to go on by. As we look down pit road, coming off of pit road is actually going to be the 8-car Smitty. So my guess, Smitty did absolutely no saving possibly. And here he comes out of pit road. He's going to be, about 3 laps short of this thing. If we go to the end of the 48-car, the Aviator signaling he's coming out this time by, and he will be short as well. He won't be able to make it.
Yep. Now there's no way. I don't believe so. If Dohart knows he's got to save, I think Stout is on the same play. In fact, Stout just kind of scrubbed that wall there just a little bit off of Boehner Stream, trying to work back up to him. There we are. They're both behind Dohart, so I think
Aviator's the only one.
Yep, exactly. I think.
How many laps we got?
16 this time by.
So these guys will probably be coming down this lap. That'll be 15 laps to go to the end, and all these guys should be good. So I think the race winner is going to come out of the second pack. Here's Jose 720. Look at ahead of Jose. We've got... What do we got up there? The 9-car of More Smoke. I don't know if he's pitted or not.
I don't know.
I don't think he has. I think he was running with the Aviator, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep, I'm pretty sure More Smoke is another one that went and got himself a shift.
Oh, here he comes.
Realizing the benefits. Yep.
Here he comes in the 95, 88 to 3. It's going to go on by to 36 to 2. A lot of guys going at least one more lap. But if they were able to make it 15 laps, I'd have came down this time by. But these guys for sure will make it even with a green-white checker, more than likely.
Yep, as Boehner crossed the line right there, there is exactly 15 laps remaining, and we saw them all be able to go from 15 on when they split stage 1 and stage 2 down the middle. Here you see the 2-car signaling that he's going to be coming down pit road. 36 of Boehner, the same thing. He's still throwing that thing in neutral. 42 of CGMX Rose behind this duo. They should be pulling it down, but yeah, coming off 3 and 4. I'm looking for these 3 right here to hit pit road as hard as they possibly can. Nope, just the 42 and the 2 coming down pit road. Boehner is staying out yet again.
And the 88 of Dohar's coming down as well in front of these guys. Behind them looks like the one of God Power is down pit road. So yeah, Boehner going out for at least one more lap. Maybe that's just a less fuel situation, but you're still going to take 4 tires, so it doesn't really make sense for me. But hey, there's a reason why I'm up here in the booth and not on the track.
Oh, that's because they couldn't deal with you out there on the track. You'd be whooping up every single week. I've seen you race presets. We had a lot of fun in Michigan not too long ago, and yeah, I think you'd be able to get it done here as well, bud.
I'm retired.
Let's see, here comes the 2 and the 42 off pit road. Up ahead of them, I believe that's going to be the 11. But out here on track, here's the 3 of JCX12, the 40 of Outlaw, 37 of Pro Viper. Let's see, 8 of Smitty, still working our way through. All right, Boehner has actually made it all the way back around. He's actually sputtering. So that could have been really bad if that had happened on the backstretch, but able to limp it over to pit road, grab 4 brand new Eagle Field Goods, fill it up on gas, and he's going to be coming out. But the question is going to be where? How much time is he going to lose?
Well, I mean, it depends on how long he's been sputtering for it, because if he was sputtering at a turn 4 and he sputtered all the way to pit road, I mean, you're going to lose a ton of time because those guys went flying in there, able to get woed up, and you were just kind of cruising along like a Sunday drive in your grandma's Oldsmobile. He was probably entering down pit road, but we'll see as we come by him. Here he is coming out of pit road, and he is going to lose a ton of spots.
Yeah, he is. I just saw the 48 flash on by. There's the 95, there's the 22 with the, who's that? That's the 88 of Dohar. Dohar was up there as well, kind of finding somebody to compare. We go. There's the 36 coming all the way around, taking the access road. Here comes the 40. So, yeah, Boehner, where he was with a bunch of people, he is now pretty much all by his lonesome. I think that's either the 35 or the 00 with him right now. Once everything cycles through, I'll try to grab a position for him. But yeah, that one extra lap he took, I think that cost him dearly, HD.
Unless our calculations are wrong on the fuel. But yeah,
I guess anything's possible.
well, yeah. I mean, if not, then yeah, I think that was definitely the wrong move to make. We'll just have to stay tuned to find out.
Yep, as he comes across the line, there's 12 laps remaining, so we know he can go the full distance. I think everybody else only pit like, what, 8? I know Stout Whiskey and the 22 and whatnot, some others only pit like 2 laps before him, and they were able to go 15 laps at the latter half of stage 1 and stage 2. So it should not be a problem for the guys up there. I think that time where he just about fully ran out of gas is what's going to cost him. I think he might be kicking.
I think the biggest worry I've got on track is our current race leader, and that's going to be the 48 car, the Aviator. You know, he went about 2 to 3 laps earlier than he went 1 lap earlier than a lot of these guys behind him, and they were kind of stretching it close on fuel. So it'll be interesting to see if the Aviator can make it 16 laps to the end.
Well, if he's probably clicking them off, and I'm sure he has a shifter. But again, I could absolutely be wrong. But with the gap that he's got right now, he could probably manage it pretty well. I think that's a 9. And the 3 and the 30. I gotta find him. There it is. The 3 and the 36 just made contact, and that sent Boehner around. Boehner's now facing the wrong position, trying to get back out on track, grab a gear, get up and going, but it does not look like a caution's going to come out. He's actually on the access road right now, so we're staying green, but the badges went worse for that 36.
36 car coming through turns 3 and 4. You hate to see it. His night is definitely done. He led a ton of laps between him and the Aviator. I think Aviator's going to edge him out at the end of it, but he was definitely right there with him.
Yeah, I mean, he had the car to beat. Right now, looking ahead from a more smoke, looking at the 48, he is all over his back bumper. Coey said that he was going to try to keep up with the 40, with the 9. Doesn't look like Coey's anywhere around the 9 right now, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been around him in the end of the first 2 stages. We'll have to see how this all shakes out. We probably won't know for about 3 days where we're all doing on points, but man, definitely stay tuned. It's gonna be interesting, and the chase is just getting started.
You know, following along with him, more smoke. He's definitely closing the gap in between the Aviator. So Aviator definitely trying to save as much fuel as he can up here, riding in P3. The more smoke now, well under a 10 car length deficit between him in first place, all the way back to third place. I don't even think binoculars will be able to tell me who's in third. Good Lord Almighty, these guys have stretched the lead out between second and third.
You know what, HD? If he's not a lap down, if he had some kind of issues, that looks like it's actually the one and only J-Pa back there in P3. Recognize those bright yellow colors anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and try to find him right now. Look ahead to see where he sits. And, yep, that's who it is. He's got the 18 of Rowdy right behind Rowdy. Behind Rowdy is going to be none other than the 88 of Dohar. Behind Dohar is going to be that 95 of Jose 720. So J-Pa having a phenomenal run, I believe, again, because Boehner's a bit further in the back, not sure. But I think this is for third, fourth, and fifth right here.
Well, we got under 10 to go.
I believe so. I will double check.
9, 8. I'm gonna say 9. Let's see how
Unbroken.
good my skills are. We'll see how good my skills are. I've been off for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Calling everything.
You got stuck on a lake bass fishing. I know. But man, I've relined both of my fishing poles, took them out in the backyard, casting through the trees. I'm ready to go as soon as North Carolina is unlocked. I can't wait.
Huh.
Let's see. Boehner is going through 3 and 4. He'll be coming down the front stretch right now. So we'll go ahead and grab that.
Aviator's pitting.
Oh, yep, there you go. So that answers your question. Was he going to be able to make it? No, he was not. 7 laps to go, HD. A little high.
Well,
that's okay. 7 remaining.
I was trying to think of something to say, something funny to say. But I just couldn't think of something funny. I was trying.
Something funny to say would actually be Dohar leading. No, I can't. But
if I came up a little short, I could have had something funny to say. But
let's see, off of Boehner's track map, it looks like it's going to be the 9 of More Smoke. So let me go ahead and try to find him, see what kind of battle he's got going on. I don't think
nothing.
He's going to have anything.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He's got the More Smoke battle going on. That's all he's got.
But I'm trying to remember when I'm last pit. Was he early like the Aviator? And is he?
I think he pitted a lap later.
And you know what? As I'm sitting riding the chase view, I'm going to switch over to hood view and listen to the engine as he's going to go through 3 and 4, see if he's really, really low on the RPM, like he's just letting it coast. Let's see. Yeah, he's letting it coast quite a bit, not back on the throttle as early as he might like, but he is absolutely babying it all the way around. He's not going in this time, didn't signal as though he would. It looks like we're down to 5 laps remaining here. We'll have to see if More Smoke's going to be able to cash in, go on over, collect his bricks, collect a paycheck. Have to see if anybody out there picked the More Smoke inside their top 3. Maybe send off that Microsoft Cash code. But yeah, right now it's the 9. Nobody anywhere near him looking down this long back straightaway. Moore's got like half the track to himself.
Yeah, looking at everybody's thing since I've been in here, I don't see anybody that picked a More Smoke.
How about that? So if nobody picked a More Smoke prior to stage 2, that means that, well, again, it's not over yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings, and I haven't heard a fat lady. We'll have to see if he's got it in the tank to be able to make it these last 4 laps. 4 more laps to call this race complete, call the first round of the chase here for these NNR guys.
And More Smoke's spitting.
There it is. So, yeah, it goes on. We'll have to see. Right now, Boehner's in 15th, but after that spin and the damage, he did not go down pit road to fix it up. I'm sure he's got all kinds of aero issues.
A lot of people are pitting.
Yep. Right now, it's saying that the 88 of Dohar is in the lead.
So that leads me to tell me that our 15-lap calculation was way off. Which is kind of funny because if I remember correctly, the Indianapolis laps were off. You always burned more fuel than what was saying.
Gotcha. Well, I'm seeing a whole bunch of cars on pit road, still riding along with the 88 of Dohar, rocking these nationwide and filter time colors. Going through 1 and 2 there, all the way down this little short chute, all the way down this backstretch, and still waiting to see if he signals or if he's able to manage this this gap that he's got behind him. I don't know if the car behind is actually in second place. HD, we need the tools.
I'm not that guy.
I know, but you still got that info. No. Reach out to Michael Levine. Tell him to get a hold of whoever this Mr. Wilson guy is, and tell him we need the tools.
This Mr. Wilson guy doesn't even work for the company anymore.
Well, all right. Whoever replaced Mr. Wilson, we need the tools. HD, 2 laps remaining.
Well, 2 laps remaining, and Dohar's still cruising along, and I think he's going to make it.
How much crap do you think he is going to catch if he actually wins another one just like he did at Richmond earlier on gas mileage? The chats are going to light up, and I don't think anybody's going to live it down. But I tell you what, when Coey was in the booth for pre-race, he mentioned that his last win was right here, and that's exactly how he got it done. So if Dohar wins this on fuel much, Coey's going to back him right up, tell everybody just be quiet, mind your own.
He won. It's over.
That's it. Yep.
That's it.
That is it. Congratulations, 88 of Dohar. And I'm kind of wondering, P2, P3, who are they? So did anybody out there in chat have the 88?
I mean, when I joined, I don't think so.
All right. If nobody had them, we're gonna roll that over. Let's see. Smooth, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate you, sir. Same thing, Pokey MC Slow. Thank you very much for the follow as well. Then again, Bot Plays and Fatless Dig. Y'all are phenomenal. Thank you very, very much for gifting those subs to the people that were in the chat earlier. Each of you gave away 4 more subs, so y'all are awesome. I couldn't ask for better. Master Killer, thank you very much for all your help every single week. So we're going to talk to our top 3 here in just a second. As soon as we figure out who our top 3 is, More Smoke was able to get it done.
I hope CGX and Roses won so I can hear the, Dohart ran the fuel strategy.
Dohart first, Rose was second, Whiskey was third.
Stout came in second and third. So, all right, guys, we'll have to go through the chat, find out if anybody picked 88, the 42 and the 2, again, in any order. If not, that Microsoft Cash is going to roll over to next week when we head to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But for now, I'm going to back out of that. I don't want to go there. And let's head on back to the new booth that Coey was nice enough to build for me. Here we go. All right, so go back.
I want Stout Whiskey. He finished second.
Third.
I just want Stout Whiskey.
Go right ahead. So go ahead and pick up old Stout.
Yo, Stout Nugget. It's HD up in the booth. Boy, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't think me or Pete had a clue you finished P3, but let me know how your race went. I saw you started towards the back of the pack. You were able to work your way up there in that final stage, and just take me through it.
Nah, I mean, honestly, locking myself in last week at Bristol, and I was just able to accumulate so many points the first 3 weeks. I talked to my teammates because Dan was pretty safe. God Power was not because he missed Watkins Glen. So, I just tried to stay out of the way and make sure those guys could race and get stage points. And it was fun. I hung out in 11th or 12th there the first couple stages, watching JC and Smitty duke it out for stage points. But, when it came down to that last segment, it looked like it was going to be a fuel mileage race, and the most important thing was we were able to get the 14 laps out of that first run. And then the second run, it just came down to managing your fuel. And, of course, Tyler and Rose were able to save a little bit more fuel than I was. But, I despise this place. Talking with Pete Tuesday, I absolutely hate this racetrack. If they're going to race in Indianapolis, they need to be over at Indianapolis Raceway Park, O'Reilly Raceway Park, whatever you want to call it.
There you go, yeah.
But, to come out of here with a third place, man, that's a victory for me. So definitely looking forward to the second round.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. I'm sad I missed your win last week. I was out in the lake catching some big bass. Like to throw any shout out there?
Yeah, man. Shout out to you for missing. I didn't have to pit for fresh tires. I was able to run the last 50
You still
laps.
should have pitted. I don't care what you say. You should have pitted.
And Young Gun Rose sent in about 20 car lengths deep on me there in the final corners. But nah, man, just I'm happy for the guys that I work with. I think God Power came up a little bit short of advancing, but shout out to Rose. Shout out to Tyler for winning. There's about 3 people in here I do not want to see win, and Tyler's one of them. So, but still, it's good to see him win. I'm kidding, Tyler. But no, I mean, it's always good company if you're finishing behind 2 Pro League drivers. Last week, being able to beat a Pro League driver, so it's awesome. I'm looking forward to the next round.
All right, man, congratulations on your P3 and stout whiskey, baby. Nug, get it done. Pete!
I mean, how do I follow that? I tell you, CGMX Rose, hashtag Young Gun, grow with Rose, whatever you want to say. Man, P2, I didn't think you were anywhere close. You came in under the radar. People having a pit that we thought were good. The way that y'all cut the first and second stage in half, we're thinking 15. You're golden. But then, HD in his infinite wisdom said, yeah, I think we've always been wrong in Indy because you burn more gas than you actually think. The lap count is just wrong. But, man, you did it again. A P2 run. Great night for the points. I'm pretty sure you were in the top 10 for both first and second stage. You're moving on to the next round of the chase. Tell us about that 42 car, how you had it hooked up tonight, and what you think you might have been missing to be able to contend with that 88.
Car was great all night. I thought I had probably one of the cars that could win off of speed. But there at the end, I kind of just lost too much time to Tyler while I started saving, and it kind of cost me at the end. No, I had to go out all around race, finish third in both stages, and just looking forward to the next round. Hopefully advancing through that one and getting all the way to the championship.
Well, you've got enough bonus points built up after winning, I believe, 7 races in the regular season. So you've got a nice little bank built up. You could have an issue here or there. I've said throughout the whole first, through the regular season, as it was, coming to an end, you could probably have one mulligan during the chase races in each round. Thinking about the next 4 races, you've got Vegas, Dega, I believe it's a Mid-Ohio course, and then Richmond. Of those 4, which one are you worried about the most?
None, to be honest, because of all the points I have in the bank, like you said. So the only one that would worry me would be Talladega, but with the points in the bank, I don't really think I have to be too worried about that. Just gotta get through the round clean, and I should advance.
Well, man, I definitely wish you luck. You had a great run night in the Pro League. I believe you finished third, right behind Garbage, which is, that's pretty good company to keep. Gonna be a good points night for you. Any shout outs there, bud?
My teammates, everybody for keeping it green the whole day, Coey, and yeah, you guys up in the booth too.
Appreciate that. Well,
Tell you what, man, Rose grew up, dude. This Pro League's really doing good stuff. His interview is way better than the last time I remember. Jesus.
I've been working on it.
God almighty.
Yeah. Well, when you're getting interviewed by Hannah Newhouse, you better know what you're saying.
Yep.
All right, let me have this guy, Dohar, man.
Go right ahead, sir.
Dohar, you freaking fuel strategist, dog, you.
What's up, buddy?
First off, I'm gonna say I'm very sad that Rose didn't say oh, he lost off fuel strategy or something like he said last time. I think he even cussed last time. It was pretty entertaining. But congratulations to you. What's this, your 3rd win this season?
Yeah, man. I mean, this has just been an incredible season for us. I mean, what a turnaround from last year really digging in deep to the preset world and really coming up short in a lot of ways. I was kind of really bummed. But I mean, this season we've just been on a mission to just be more attentive to everything that's going on. And once I saw the lap count of the stage, it took me a little bit in that first run to realize what I needed to do. But I got to thank this Fanatec equipment. That was awesome. Giving Dohar a shifter is a bad thing for the rest of the racing world, because that's the only reason I was able to save so much fuel here on a preset. But overall, I mean, we had a really good car once I got the adjustments figured out. In the first stage, I just botched it, finished 15th, but then we were able to come back from the back of the pack and get up to P8 in stage 2 there. And by stage 3, we were running with the leaders. We were right there, just a little loose on the long run. But overall, I mean, can't complain about it at all. Fantastic night for us in the Chevrolet camp.
Yeah, without a doubt, man. It's definitely again. And once I saw you pull off a couple times, let a few cars go by, and I was like, oh, yeah, field strategy coming into play this race. You know, me and Pete called it up here, but congratulations to you. Like to throw any shout outs?
Thanks, man. I mean, I got to give a big shout out to Coey for again letting me run here and kind of circumvent the ladder traditionally and just letting me run in the Cup Series. I got to give him a really big shout out for believing in me and my abilities. I got to give a big shout out to Amor. That was his setup that we prepared today. He gave us the adjustments that we needed to be able to go out there and do it. So I'm sure it was probably your setup, HD, if Amor got it from you, but that's what we'll call it.
All Amor setup from me.
Got to give a shout out to all the guys that were racing up front. Everybody was super clean. We were having some good hard racing there. Me, Rose, Aviator, Rowdy there for a while. Stout, of course. Stout took care of me a lot this race. He's like my dad out here. So I got to give a big shout out to old whiskey business and them boys. But,
I'm like 6 years older than you, man. Chill out.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're a lot older. Shout out to Rock NASCAR because I know he's watching and supporting as always. All the viewers. Pete, thank you for all you do. HD, I'm still mad at you because you've just kind of been a no-show on Sunday, so I replaced you.
I've been a busy man.
I guess I'll thank you too. But overall, I mean, a big shout out to all the guys in NNR. I've been kind of in a lull period as of late, but it feels good to get a victory, and this one's for the little guys out there off the bench.
Congratulations to you. So, Stout, were you the guy that got the text message then?
Yes.
All right, well, there you go. Hashtag go with Dohar, doing it for 10 plus years. All right, Pete.
All right, well, guys, yeah, that is absolutely going to do it for these NNR guys this week. Indianapolis Motor Speedway played host for all 3 series. You saw the Truck, Xfinity, and now the Cup guys get it done. They're all moving on next week to Las Vegas Motor Speedway. But, you know, I mentioned something earlier about our Xfinity racer, Alpha York, and the American Ethanol Series that he runs. You'll actually be able to catch me again on Saturday night. And he sent me a little bit of a video to everybody what he's got planned, the people that are going to be in that race. I'll be calling it, maybe with the one and only Stout Whiskey here in a booth with me as well, if he chooses not to race. But for these NNR guys, thank you very much for following. It's been a lot of fun. Check out this short video, and then everybody take care of yourself, take care of each other. Have a great night, and I'll see you Saturday.